Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Well, you can't deny it. You can't run from it. You can't. It's here. It's in your face. It is the holidays, and we're charging full speed ahead into that. But with that comes some anxiety, sometimes depression. In dealing with the holidays, lots of different emotions come up. Lots of challenges, too, as you deal with family and friends. Lots of challenges with your children, especially if you have a child that has special needs. So we're going to try and support as many situations and people as we can today. And that's by way of her. She's a certified life coach and Clarity Catalyst instructor, and she is back with us. Ghada, Elias is once again on the program. How are you doing today?
Joyful. Isn't that the holiday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I am joyful.
Your energy is amazing on this holiday subject. I have to tell you, I feel it. You're inspiring me. Like tonight, I don't have really major plans. Might go grocery shopping. Kind of didn't get to that over the weekend. Mm-hmm. I think I might start wrapping stuff tonight. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
But many people aren't so joyful around the holidays because there's a lot going on, a lot of different things that present those again that we've kind of maybe buried over a period of time. Why don't we look at those not looking forward to the holidays because of changes? So maybe a passing of somebody, maybe a relationship that ended, those kind of situations where people may be saying, I just want to get them over with. Maybe they're just feeling kind of alone during this time. What are your suggestions there?
It's a mindset, basically. That's what it is. Everything is a mindset. The holidays is not, I'm going to talk about it from my own perspective. Because to me, the holiday is Christmas. It's the birth of Jesus. It's this new life that is coming on earth. Okay, so here's an example. My dad passed away not too long ago.
Sorry.
And in our tradition, thank you. In our tradition, we don't decorate for the holidays. And when someone asked me, are you decorating? I said, yes, I have to put the nativity, because even when my dad was alive, he always said to us, Christmas is not about anybody. Christmas is about Jesus. It's about celebrating. It's tough when there's a change in our life. It is tough. But then do we want, and it doesn't matter whether it's a holiday or not. It's how we want to face that change that's in our life. But with the holidays, Christmas always brings some kind of a joy to us, if we want to look at it that way. So for the loss of someone, that's going to be a tough one, because grief is grief. We just have to deal with grief. And maybe during the holidays, we can just sit there and remember them and remember those joyful moments we had with them, because that's all we left in life is just memories. And then we think, okay, well, we're still alive and we still have so many people alive around us. How about if I make memories with those people, because we don't know when we're going to lose them. It's making memories that will get us eventually through grief, and we'll remember those people that have passed.
I love the memory idea, because you have something to fall back on.
Yes.
When when all else fails, you have backup, and that's the memory and the traditions maybe that you created. And somebody said to me when I was going through a change in situation and all, somebody I've known for a long time, I'm like, well, look at the holidays. They're going to be different. And these people aren't there. And I'm going to be all of that. And she said, it's just another day too. We put a lot of focus on it, but if you don't want to, you don't need to. It can be, it's another day. It's a holiday. Great. Okay.
That's it. Yeah. It's a personal thing. Yeah. It's however you want to celebrate it. Now, if you broke up with someone and this is the first holiday you're by yourself, you can make a choice of like, okay, do I want to get together with someone else? Do I want to get together with friends? Even if I stay home by myself, okay, what can I do to make myself happy that day? So I just feel it. If the holiday is something important to me, if it's not, then okay, it's another day. I can just watch movies. I can listen to music. I can do something that I love. It's a personal choice. It's either we want to be miserable or we want to try to do something for ourselves to make ourselves joyful or get through this time and not let it depress us.
Considering yourself, because nobody's going to treat you any better than yourself.
Exactly. So think of yourself as you are like, you're your own best friend. And how do you want to do it? Like, how do you want to spend that time with your best friend?
Yeah.
Do you want to be miserable and just complain, or you want to look at it as in, okay, that's what it is, but today I choose to make the best out of it.
Yeah.
And if I want to be depressed, set yourself a time to be depressed. Let's say I will be depressed. I will think about it and be sad like at 11 o'clock at night. By 11 o'clock, you'll be sleeping probably. So you won't be depressed.
Yeah. And let's talk about that for a moment. Should we grant ourselves that time to purge?
Absolutely.
Like some say, I'm going to be sad. And I'm not talking about holidays, just in general.
Yeah.
I need to give myself this time for a half hour, and then I'm going to move on.
It's such a great mindfulness tool to give yourself, to allow yourself to feel the feelings that you have inside of you. Whether you want to write it down, whether you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, allow yourself that half hour. But once that half hour is over, you have to tell yourself, okay, I felt it. It's there. I understand it. Now I need to keep going.
Yeah.
So today I am joyful about the holidays, but I'm also stressed. I'm very stressed. I have my son's 21st birthday coming up. I'm getting ready for his 21st birthday. It's a new thing in our life now because he has autism. So it's a big change. It's a huge change. And I am very stressed about his birthday party. So for me to just like say, okay, it's one day at a time. Today I have this list to do. Okay, if I get it done, good. If I don't, I'm okay. I just have to be okay with whatever. But then once I got really, really stressed today, I'm driving. I just said to myself, I have so many blessings in my life. Even though I have this change coming up, I still have so many blessings. I kind of switched my mindset. That's what we need to do. We just need to talk to ourselves in a better way.
And getting in the habit of doing that, I found, can be very impactful, where you could wallow in negativity for a long period of time. Or if you get in the habit of just thinking positive, and I mean realistically positive, not, somebody puts the proverbial rose-colored glasses on and just everything's great.
No.
It's really,
That's real life.
Yeah.
That's life. Yeah.
Being real about it.
Yes.
I got stuff going on over here. However, there's good stuff over here too, and taking stock in that. But when I find, if you're intentional about changing your thoughts, you can pivot from this horrible situation to, things are actually pretty good in a second. Yep. Could be the littlest thing too.
Yeah. It's not easy, especially if you're so used to being negative in your thoughts. You're always used to talking negative to yourself. It takes a lot of practice, and that's where mindfulness is. Yeah. It happens, you're aware of it, and you say, okay, I switched. And the more you switch, the easier it gets. It's not how long we do it, it's how many times we do it. That's what a habit is about, because everything we do in life is habit.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. It's just habits. We eat, the way we dress, everything is a habit.
We're like robots in a way. But
no way. We get ourselves into being robots. Yeah. So, and also now that I'm a mom of special needs, I have a son with autism. Holidays are also they're joyful, but I have my own restraints. So when I come from a big family, and when they all get together, I'm the only one that can be there for maybe half an hour, maybe 10 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know. It depends on my son. It depends. The minute he wants to leave, we leave. That's it. It's not worth it for me. So I got myself to be okay with that. I got myself to be okay with being around in parties for an hour, because that's all I can do. That's another part of the holidays. And also going to church and being in chaos at church and having a kid with special needs. That's also a challenge, because some of those kids can't take on the noise. So for parents like me, it is what it is. That just, I don't know what else to say. It is what it is. That's how our life is, and we just keep going. Now, what we ask of others is just to be patient with our kids, patient with us, because we are handling a lot, and don't feel bad for us. That's the one thing I always ask, like when I say to someone, I have a son with autism, they go, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, please don't say sorry. It's truly okay. Mm-hmm. We don't want sympathy.
I bet you the challenge here was you letting go of what people are feeling. Like, for example, you're at a gathering, even at church, whatever, and he wants to leave. Now, you've realized and recognized, can't fight it. If he wants to leave, that's his choice, and that's what we're going to do. But then you have to release yourself of, the family's going to be mad that we're leaving, or this is going to, somebody at church is going to see me get up and walk out, and it's going to be disrespectful, whatever it is. Getting past that, I have to imagine, Ghada, that might have been a challenge in the beginning.
Absolutely. Like when my kids were growing up, I had so many people look at me at grocery stores. I even had someone tell my sister that I yelled at my kids at a grocery store, and my sister goes, well, good. They probably deserved it. It is, people don't know autism is not something you see, but I think now more people are more aware of it. Back then, they were not aware of it. And one thing I did when I traveled with my kids, I'm serious. I put a shirt on them. Both of my kids says, I have autism in the back and in the front. So when they act up, I cannot deal with anyone. I can only deal with my kids. So it's like we have to be okay telling people my kids have autism and be okay with them, but we still have to deal with the challenges, not sit back and say, well, they have autism, it's okay. No, we're still going to have to deal with all this. And during the holiday is really tough.
I love the shirt idea. It's almost as if
I did truly. I used to take them every single summer to Lebanon, and every time I would get a bigger church and I write on it in big letters, I have autism. And you'll be surprised how many people would just like ask if they can help me. But it's better than them. I stopped noticing people looking at me over time because I really didn't care. If you're going to look at me, come help me. Don't look at me. That's just how I was. And one time a lady said, I don't know how to raise my kids. I said, you want them? Take them. If you want to raise them. That's what I said to her. But they don't know. That's the thing. It's not being aware of what it is. And it's the same thing with us. We have to be aware of our own feelings, of how we act and how we respond.
Most of those challenges from other people, it's on them. They're uncomfortable because they don't know how to act or react.
Yes.
So they feel a little uncomfortable. Meanwhile, just let you do your thing. It's all good. If you need help, you'll turn around and somebody say, excuse me, can you help me put this in the car? Whatever it might be.
And that's another thing, help. It is very hard for us to ask for help. Asking for help is a very healthy thing to do when we need it. And it doesn't mean we're weak or we can't do it. We're just, and even for typical parents, even for anybody, we're just people. We're humans. And we all need help from time to time.
You know what I feel we perceive it as a burden on somebody else when we ask for help.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you're actually honoring the other person because they want to help. Most people, they want to feel needed. It's, I still remember being in a grocery store 3+ years ago, and there was a woman on a scooter, opened up the freezer cabinet, and she couldn't reach something up top. And I saw her turning her head, and I think she was going to ask. I lunged over 5 different displays to get there to be in front of her, and I helped her. And I still remember it, and it made me feel so good just to be there for somebody else. I would have shopped the entire day with her. It would have made me wonderfully happy. We need to look at it that way. It's okay to ask for help.
Yeah. It's, and if people ever wonder what's an act of kindness, that's an act of kindness. And it just gives us so much joy. It's those little things. Acts of kindness do not need to be huge. You're there, you saw it, you lend a hand. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an act of kindness to ask for help in a way.
Well, and yes, both ways. Yes, both ways.
I was at a food drive yesterday, me and my son, and it was wonderful. Like out of 10 people that passed by, and we told them what we were doing, raising, collecting food for children in the community. I would have to say 7 out of 10, sometimes more, would come back with something, sometimes a little, sometimes a lot. And every single person, I made sure I looked them in the eye and just said, thank you. Thank you.
That is so important. Yes.
Yeah. It was just a great day.
Yes.
Reaffirm my faith in humanity. People were, that giving and so happy to help. And the lesson I taught my son too, some people handed us money. I said, well, son, here's what we're going to do. I'm adding to that and we're going shopping. And then we went,
there you go. Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah. It was fun.
That's the holiday. That's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. It's about looking at each other and helping out and seeing the need that's out there.
What do you do in a situation where you're at a function? Could be friends, family, whatever it is, and you don't see eye to eye with somebody. You're anticipating them being at the function. They may start talking about politics, and they know that you don't agree with them. So then they're just kind of pushing, hey, look who won, or look who didn't win, whatever it is. How would you suggest in dealing with a situation like that?
I do go through this, okay? And in my mind, I say, okay, those people are going to be there. They're just there. Whatever they say, that's their opinion.
Yep.
If I engage in it, I'm getting to stress myself, and I am going to put myself in a bad mood, and I'm not going to enjoy wherever I am, because you can't help how these people are, and you cannot change them, and you can't stop them. That's just how they are.
Yep.
So what I do, I prepare myself ahead of time that it's going to happen. It's coming.
Yep.
But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to block them. They don't matter. They're just talking. I will not engage with them. I will find myself something else to do or mingle with people that I get along with, and I can hear them. They're talking, they're annoying. I can say to myself, they're so annoying. And probably I'll say they're so stupid. That's me. I'll use the word stupid, annoying, anything I want to call them. But then I know it's just their opinion. It means nothing to me. I'm not going to let them affect my night, because I choose to have fun in my night.
Yeah.
That's my, go ahead.
I think most people just want to be heard. So if you don't want to engage and deal with that, is there like, I feel turn to them. It's an interesting point. Turn around and walk away. You acknowledge their point.
Yeah. If they're talking to you, yes.
Yeah. Listen, it's an interesting point. I'm going to go get more guacamole. I'll be right back. Yeah. And then you just move on and let it go. And then nobody says you have to engage.
No.
You won't. I feel if you're not respectful, they're probably going to get agitated and push the point more. But you're not saying you agree with their point. You just said it's an interesting point. in your mind, that's interestingly stupid. But
Stupid. That's in your mind. You
just
don't
in your
say
mind,
it.
and you
You
just
don't
walk
say
away.
it.
That's
Yes.
it. That's
And
it.
you know what? And sometimes just a smile. Just put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Even if you're annoyed, just put a smile. It's respect. It's there. Don't engage in it. Because you're just depleting your own energy.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all
totally.
you're doing.
You're
That's
wasting
all
it.
you're doing. You're
wasting your holiday joy on somebody
yes,
who
on some.
and maybe they're annoying and nasty. Maybe they're not, and they just want to talk politics. And here we go
And
again.
that's okay. If they're talking that way, that doesn't mean they're not good people. It doesn't mean they're nasty people. No, it just that's how they are. That's their personality. This is where we have to distinguish.
Right.
That it's not a bad person. It's just a person that's just speaking their own mind, and that's their personality. And
Right.
you don't click with that personality. You can ignore it. You can say, oh, that's interesting, and walk away,
Sure.
smile and walk away. If there's a lot of people, it depends on the situation. But as long as you don't take it personal, it's
Right.
not personal.
Yeah.
You don't have to engage in it.
Like my mom
Period.
always used to say, take the high road. Just take the high road. So that's what you're doing. You're acknowledging what they said, and
That's
then you're
it.
just moving on.
Moving on.
What are they going to do? Hey, wait, come back. No,
No.
they can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unless you're having dinner, one-on-one dinner with that person,
Right.
you can change the subject.
Yes, you can.
While they're talking, think about a subject that you can talk about and change it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on to
It's-
something else.
Move on.
This casserole is delicious. What
Just-
what is inside this? I can't determine what the ingredients are. And then you move on.
I feel we overanalyze things in our mind. This mind of us just like wants to keep going and going. But
Yeah.
if we simplify it, we'll find the answer.
And we're always on the defensive. So we want to
Oh,
fire
absolutely.
back with something that's, nasty and negative. I know what I'm going to say to them. Just, no, don't do it.
No.
It's not getting you anywhere. Yeah.
It's not just that. You just wanna prove them wrong. They're gonna escalate and try to prove you wrong, and
Yep.
you just ruined the whole night.
And I think, Ghada, what you said a second ago about your energy, you're lowering your vibration
Yes.
of your positivity and all of that. You're bringing it down or allowing somebody else to bring it down for you. And it's not getting you anywhere. It's not supporting you. So, yeah, move on.
Move on.
And we're out of time. We have to move on.
So-
It goes so fast. And somebody's going, through some challenges leading into the holidays, maybe anticipating what's ahead of them, and they need some help. They can reach out to you.
Absolutely. Ghada at savoryourseasons.com. They can look me up on my website, savoryourseasons.com. I'm on Facebook, Life Coaching and Mindfulness by Ghada.
And
I don't know where else.
just everybody, it's spelled Ghada.
Yes.
Best way to find her.
Yes.
Or just go savoryourseasons.com and
I'm
connect
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for being here and
Thank you.
talking about something really important this time of the year, because most of us have those challenges. And if there's anybody out there saying, my family's perfect, we never have any, you are not being honest.
No,
it's
there's
not.
nothing perfect.
No.
Nothing is perfect. Just make it perfect for your life.
Yep.
Make
Exactly.
it the best you can make it for your life and your family.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
we'll be right back. Feeling stuck or overwhelmed? Unlock your full potential with Ghada Corey, founder of Life Coaching and Mindfulness. Transform your life and take the first step toward a brighter future today. Call 484-515-7908 or visit savoryourseasons.com to learn more. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.